Genesis 1 is a nursery. All the seeds of the truth were sown there. We have seen that the word light was sown in Genesis 1 and developed through all the Bible until Revelation 22, where there is no need for the sun, the moon, or any lamp. God Himself is the light. Likewise, the word image first appears in Genesis 1 and is developed throughout the entire Bible until we see the New Jerusalem bearing the image of God, expressing God. In the same principle, the word dominion also needs the whole Bible to explain it. We go from the single word dominion in Genesis 1 to Revelation chapter 22 verse 5, where we see that all the saints will reign with God for eternity. That will be the ultimate fulfillment of God's dominion. Man was made in God's image to express God and was given God's dominion to represent God and to deal with his enemy. Today, the church is the great part of the second man. The church's responsibility and duty is positively to express God and negatively to subdue God's enemy. This is our duty. We must bear this responsibility. Life Study of Genesis Message 8, God's Restoration and Further Creation, Ultimate Consummation. In this message, we come to the ultimate consummation, the climax of Genesis 1. We need to recall the various steps in the process of God's restoration and further creation. The Spirit was brooding over the darkness and death. Light came, and there was a division between light and darkness. God made the expanse to divide the things above from the things beneath. Next, God called the dry land out of the dead waters. Out of the dry land, the plant life was generated. After the plant life, the fourth day lights came in to shine upon the earth. Then came the fish life, the bird life, the cattle life, the beast life, and all the creeping things. Eventually, God created man. Man is the climax of God's creation, because man bears God's image. This is not a small thing. God was expressed and represented. Man is the expression of God because he bears God's image. He also has the dominion of God. Man was committed with God's dominion over the seas, the air, the earth, and especially over all the creeping things. Man has power, authority, and dominion because man looks like God. Man bears the image of God, so man has authority. The climax in God's creation is man bearing God's image and representing God with his authority over all things. When man looks at God and God looks at man, they look alike. If I take a photograph of you, you will look like the photograph, and the photograph will look like you. Likewise, God can say, Man, you are very much like me. Man will reply, God, you are so much like me. We two are very much alike. Also, when man comes out of the presence of God, he is the ruler over all created things. He has authority to rule. This is dominion, the kingdom. The two crucial words in chapter 1 of Genesis are image and dominion. You may forget the creeping things and the fish, but don't forget man with image and dominion. Man was not made in the image of a serpent or scorpion, but in the image of God. This is the climax. Man bearing God's image, exercising God's authority to maintain dominion.